Hello everyone again, and welcome back to another video. First off, before I get into the topic of the video, I'd like to just thank you all my viewers, for getting up to 300 subs. Obviously I couldn't do it without you, and there'd be no point making videos if there weren't people watching them, so I really appreciate that everyone, male and female, quite surprisingly, is watching my videos. So I just wanted to thank you first off for watching my videos, and there'll be more to come, so thank you for that. And this video is once again for Arron Walker. About a month ago now, he requested me for me to do a 68 comeback variant of the pompadour, where obviously the pompadour that Elvis had during the 1968 comeback special, because it varies completely from my usual 50s inspired Elvis pompadour. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. First off, what you're going to need is, I'll talk about the tools first. So first off, you're going to need a brush. I'm just using this vent brush, which I used in the first requested video that Arron asked me to do. So I'm going to be using a vent brush. Naturally, I'm going to be using my regular comb. These ones, in case some of you are wondering, are from Wilkinson's, or Wilco as it's called now. I think they're about 50p, something like that. So they are very good, and they're the best combs I've ever used, to be honest. In terms of hair products, once again, I'm going to be using L'Oreal Paris's Studio Indestructible, because that was one of the parameters that Arron wanted me to do it under, was to use gel. So I'm going to be using that, and in addition to that, I'm also going to be using this hairspray, which is Johnny Fix Power Hold. I got this at Boots for something like £6 or £7, and it's got excellent hold. I'm going to be using this because during the comeback, that's all Elvis used was hairspray. He didn't use gel or anything like that, so I'm going to be using this just to give it some more hold and kind of make it more accurate. So that's what I'm going to be using. First off, my hair is a little bit damp now. I've just come out of the shower, so this is how my hair naturally falls when it's damp. And you can see my parting wants to fall in there straight away, which is really annoying for this particular video anyway. So first off, I'm going to dampen my hair again and then towel dry it. So I'm going to do that now. Just going to take me a little bit of a minute now, just to make sure it's all damp and wet. Especially if you've got a part in, like a side part, you want to make sure that area is very damp, because you need to comb it out of your hair. Especially if it's got to the stage now where it's trained into your hair, like mine. Okay, so now my hair's damp. Well, it's actually soaking, but I'm just going to towel dry it. Like this, as we normally would, and like I did in the other video. By the way, if you haven't seen my other video, which was the Elvis pomp with gel, I recommend going to check that out first, because I go into a bit more detail with that, about the hair products, in particular the gel I'm using. So this one's going to be a little bit quicker, because there's a few things I've got to focus on before I can discuss how to style it. So I'm trying to avoid going into too much detail with the products I'm using, because I've already done it. So my hair's still damp now. You can see by here my parting still wants to come in, because this hair below is quite short, and the hair in the front comes down slightly past the tip of my nose. So if my nose weren't there, it'd probably come halfway between my nose and my upper lip. So for a 68 comeback, my hair isn't really the right length for it. You need longer hair in the back and the sides. It needs to be much fuller. And the hair in the front then, you want to cut up to about that portion of your nose, the bridge of your nose. Only because my hair's a little bit too long for the way that Elvis had it styled. And his hair was much shorter in 1968 than mine is. Because the only issue also with my hair is because my hair's cut for a side parted pompadour. It's going to be a little bit more tricky for me because I've got more hair here compared to this side, and obviously side part pompadour is asymmetrical, meaning it won't look the same on both sides, whereas Elvis's 68 pompadour was symmetrical, so he didn't have a part in. It was like a full pompadour basically. So that is one thing you want to take into account when I'm doing this. I'm doing it to the best of my ability without obviously having to change my haircut, which I don't particularly want to do. But so what I'm going to do first is just slick all my hair through with the wide end of my comb. This way it'll stop it from snapping the knotted hair if you've got any knots from drying it. So my hair is damp now, and you can see what I'm doing. I'm just hiding my part in there, just hiding it away. You can see still where it wants to come in, but what I'm trying to do there is just try and make sure your hair dries in a way that you don't have the part in still in your hair, obviously, but it can be tricky because for some reason my hair in the last couple of months, since I've been doing the Elvis like wavy pompadour, my hair has decided to start splitting in certain places. So I've now got a part in there, I got a middle part in, I've got a part in over here somewhere, and obviously I've got the part in which I've trained in. None of these are my natural part. My hair used to be completely straight when I was younger, but since I've been doing obviously the wavy pomp and the way certain points of your hair will have gaps here, then it's started to form these different part-ins, which is not ideal for this particular hairstyle. And it took Elvis many years to train his hair to go straighter than it was in the 50s to be able to do this. So my hair is starting to dry now. So I'm going to quickly put some gel on, and I'm only going to use like a pea-sized amount to start. I'm going to use about that much. There you are. Oh, sorry. About that much. So I'm just going to run it through my hair quickly, because my hair's starting to dry, which I don't want to do yet, because I haven't started building height to anything yet. So you just want to run it through your hair, especially around your side part if you've got one. That is crucial. A little bit more on my side part just to hold it. Barely anything this time. Just enough. And this pompadour in particular differs completely from his 50s pompadour in that it has several different characteristics which I'll discuss with you now. So I'm going to just run this through wide end of my comb. Just slack it all through, make sure it's evenly distributed through my hair. Okay, now then, what you want to do first is comb about from the middle of your head. Just comb all that hair up and forward, just so that it goes out like that, out your way. And the same for the section on the sides. Now this is a bit of a tricky hairstyle for me because obviously my hair's not trained for it, so I'll do it to the best of my abilities here, and that's all you can really hope for. So now what you want to do is start lifting sections from the middle back and just build up a little bit of height, so you can see that it's like round, like a semicircle shape, and you just want to keep going through your hair section by section, just building more height as you go. Okay, so you can see I built quite a lot of height now, and now we've reached the front of my hair, so I'm just going to repeat the same thing. So lift that up. Okay, so you can see it's lifting up, building height. Now you want to make sure that you don't have your side part in anymore. That's crucial. You want to make sure that can't form. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. My hair wants to split there. Now this is a huge issue for me, which is why I've never been able to do a full pompadour, for that particular reason. So when I do the 68 comeback, I've got to do it almost like a slick back with height. I can't really bring it forward and round, which won't matter so much especially if you're like Arron, where you're an Elvis tribute artist, because you'll be moving around anyway and your hair will fall anyway, so it really doesn't matter all too much. So I'm just making sure that side part disappears. And the way I do that is I lift up and just like a semicircular motion. And you can see my hair on the sides is very slick tight, so Elvis's in the show wasn't slick that tight because his hair was very full and there was a lot of volume in it. He had more hair really than he needed, as opposed to the 50s where he was slicking it really tight against his head. You want it a bit more puffy, so what you might want to do is just push from the back of your head ever so gently. Just push from the back of your head, so it builds a little bit more volume up. Now you can see my hair wants to go wavy like that. In my case, I'm going to have to let it go like that. If your hair is naturally straight, you have way more luck at this than me. I mean, my hair was naturally straight, but not anymore, so my days of being able to do this properly are over really, unfortunately. So I'm just continuing to build as much height as I can. Trying to keep it locking forward, but obviously I can't really do that. See, stupid area over here. It also doesn't help that my hair's cut for a side part pompadour, so that could be one of the factors that's causing it to split more. Right, so I'll leave it like that in the front. And now one of the other features of Elvis's hair that I'm going to show you, let me just angle the camera down. Okay. So another thing you want to look at is the back of his head. So at the moment I've got this going on. You can see my side part still wants to come in, which is a pain. I'm trying my best. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch over a second to my to my vent brush, because this just might make it a little bit easier. I'm just going to try and fiddle with the front again. You want to do like a rounded motion. That's better. I should have used this from the start. If you've got gaps forming in your hair as well, one of the best things you can do is use a wide tooth comb, or like an afro pick or something along those lines. It'll be better because you won't notice the parts so much. So that's going to be all for there. Now what I'm going to do is just spin round and show you the back of my head. Now in the 68 comeback, and well, after the 1950s, Elvis never had a duck's ass in his hair again. So what you want to do is just comb the back straight down. Don't even have to worry how it looks. Just comb straight back down. Try and blend it in a little bit on the sides. Just want all that combed down like a straight neck. And then Elvis's hair was a little bit longer than mine in the back. More, yeah, like almost like he had too much hair. So I can't exactly do it, but his hair tended to flick up at this portion. It like curled around and flicks up to there, which if you had more hair than myself, you probably could do that quite well. I think it was just a matter of throughout the show, I think it just curled up itself, to be honest. I know my hair used to do that when I had like way more hair than I really needed to do the pompadour, and since I've had a cut, obviously my hair's going much better. So this is where we are now. If you followed along with me this far, well done to you, because they haven't been exactly that easy to follow. Okay, so that's how I'm going to leave it. And basically what I'm going to do now is just apply some hairspray. So obviously you always shake a can of hairspray before you use it. And don't want to hold it too close, you want to hold it about there. So I'm just going to spritz it all over. Especially focusing on the areas where the hair wants to part. You don't want to saturate your hair too much with hairspray. Reason being is it'll just soak your hair and your hair will fall. So once I put over the hairspray on, I'll comb it quickly just to get some of it out. And then I'll just spray it a little bit more on that section there. And then obviously my issue is I've got a lovely annoying middle part in now. So with me, I've kind of almost got to go with the wave in my hair, which at points is gonna make my hair just a bit more stable. Whereas if I was trying to straighten it out, it wouldn't be as stable. So if you've got straight hair, just do what I did originally and just up and make it show us a round shape. Whereas if you've got wavy hair, you might have to just follow the shape of your wave and get it as close as you can to the hairstyle, which might be a bit inconvenient for you, but it's just the fact that you've just got to accept what your hair wants to do. So that is how you're going to do the 68 comeback hairstyle. And at points throughout the show, anyway, Elvis's hair really didn't stay perfect all show. By the end of it, it just looked like a big ball of fluff, to be honest, jet black ball of fluff. And like he had a cowlick on his right side, right by here, and I've got one as well. And throughout the show, that started to split, and his hair almost flopped down in this section. Obviously his hair wasn't as long as mine, so it only came to the top of his forehead. And but obviously with me, the length of his hair probably come down to about there, because Elvis had a bigger forehead than myself. So throughout the show his hair split open like that anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you get it perfect, because you're hitting that, excuse me, can't even speak today. The chances are your hair is not going to stay the way you started anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And yeah, so that's the basis for a 68 comeback pompadour. I hope this was helpful for you, Arron, and if anyone else wants to try it, I hope this helps you too. So my next videos now are going to be, I think the next video I'm going to try and film today, which is how to do a pompadour with a Vaseline hair tonic, and I'm going to try and film that today. It's better to use Vaseline hair tonic when you've got build up in your hair. So I might film it today, but I haven't got much in my hair at the moment, so I think what I'm going to have to do is film it the weekend or something, just before Christmas. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I hope it was helpful once again, and can I wish you all happy holidays and a Merry New Year to all of you. So thank you for watching again, I really appreciate it. Thank you.